Okay, who the hell is supposed to be containing this man? It's pretty evident whatever you're doing is ineffective. You cannot contain this man. That is pretty apparent at this point. It's very apparent, actually, at this point. Okay, so today, what this imposter in the White House decided to do. This is what he did. He decided to go after Puerto Rico because every single day he has to have an enemy. Every single day. He has to be fighting someone. I'm telling you, I don't think this guy could survive if he wasn't able to go after somebody and fight somebody or try to bully somebody or bully an entity or bully a territory. Literally, this guy's bullying an entire territory. This is just unbelievable. So anyway, today he decides to tweet out some nonsense about Puerto Rico, basically going after Puerto Rico. This is a place that right now that's going through one of the greatest crises they've ever seen. They have literally no water, no food, no light, no gas, no electricity. Their roads are jacked. Their homes are gone. They're drinking out of sewers. Okay, and this guy decides to go after them. Not to mention, people are also dying. And before I read his tweets, I just need to make sure that I preface a lot of this stuff so you can understand why I'm about to say the things I'm going to say. So people actually have died in Puerto Rico. Okay, when Donald Trump was there, and he was basically trying to garner all this praise from everybody. Tell me how good I'm doing. Tell me how good I'm doing. Even though he's done a completely anemic job, like I've said before. Okay, so he was there trying to garner all this praise. And telling people, okay, how many people died? Okay, yeah, 16. After that man leaves, it goes to 37, I think it was. That it was more than double what it was. It was 37. More than double the amount of people that had died while he was there. Then now today, they are saying that it was 48 people now. It's 48 people. 48 human beings now have died. So that means after this man has left, over, what is it now? 22 more people have died at a minimum? Or it's not even 22. Is it 22? Or is it 32? 32 more people have died. Congratulations. You've done a fantastic job in Puerto Rico. But this is what he decides to tweet today to them. Puerto Rico. And you know why he's mad at Puerto Rico? Before I read the tweets, the reason why he's mad at Puerto Rico is because Puerto Rico won't kiss his ass. Puerto Rico, the mayor of San Juan is basically telling everybody, look, people are dying. When she said that, she was actually accurate. And the conservative media was basically saying that she was being hyperbolic and that she was lying and that she was exaggerating. But the truth is people were actually dying. And now here are the numbers. While you sat there and basically told her she was a joke and didn't do anything, people died. So here's the tweets from Donald Trump. Okay. He says, in quotes, for someone's quote, her name is Cheryl Atkinson, Puerto Rico survived the hurricanes. Now a financial crisis looms largely of their own making. Okay, first of all, why are you bringing this up now? I mean, why is it relevant that you bring up the fact that there was a financial crisis in there? Is that this guy has he doesn't even understand time or the appropriate time to say things. Like, timing is everything. Why are you bringing this up now? Why are you trying to, because you want to get out of Puerto Rico, or because you've done such a lethargic, anemic, inept job there that you want to act like it's not your fault, that it was all the problems that are going on there were preceded the hurricane? Ridiculous. Then he says, this is no longer a quote. This is just him. A total lack of accountability, say the governor. A total lack of accountability, say the governor. That's not, he meant to say, the governor says there is a total lack of accountability, but just give the poor man his rant. Just let him have his time, this poor guy. Okay, so then he goes on and says, electric and all infrastructure was disaster before hurricanes. Congress to decide how to spend. We cannot keep FEMA, the military, and the first responders who have been amazing under the most difficult circumstances in PR forever. Okay, first of all, is this dementia or Alzheimer's? Just let us know which one it is so we can figure out which facility we're going to be sending you to. Or maybe it's the same facility that both places, both people there are able to deal with both issues. Because dementia and Alzheimer's, there is a little distinction there. We just need to know which one it is. Because you've only been in Puerto Rico for 3 weeks. I'm sorry, do you think that's forever? Because you know that's after you were in Texas and Florida. And Texas and Florida, the places that you told that you will be there with them all the way through, and you will be there till everything is fixed and that the recovery is complete. That was Puerto Rico's hurricane was after that, after you said that. Do you recognize that Puerto Rico is a United States territory? Even when they had to have told him that Puerto Rico was United States territory. I think he may know that it is, but it has lots of water. There's so much water around it, so I don't know. It's a lot of water. So anyway, he decides to start a fight with Puerto Rico, which is just absolutely absurd. Okay, it's just ridiculous. Do your damn job, you imposter. We know you don't want to be a president, but do your damn job. Then he decides to have this beautiful charade today with him and what's that other president? I mean, not president, senator's name? Rand Paul. So basically he signs this executive order. He has this big conference about it. Every single station's covering him because they're all so pathetic. And so anyway, he has this big ceremony signing an executive order that has no real effect. And they basically there are two reasons why they did this. One was because they want to make their base believe that they're doing something. And the second thing is just to anger liberals and to scare everybody else that the ACA is basically dead. First of all, the ACA is still the law of the land. It is a statute. Okay, a statute can't just be overturned by the president's executive order. That's not the Constitution. So that's what you saw today was ceremonial, but it was just symbolic. It was there. He cannot implement the things that he's trying to pretend like he can implement. So basically what's going to happen with executive order is that he's basically instructing agencies to basically implement certain things or try to figure out ways to maneuver certain things. The bottom line is that if anything he does basically contradicts the ACA, then he's basically attempting to overturn the ACA. He will get sued and he will lose that suit. So that's not going to happen. They're going to have to repeal and replace Obamacare if they don't want Obamacare to be there anymore. Or they can just repeal it. But otherwise, this was a farce. This was a charade. It's just annoying that he consistently does that. And he makes everybody feel so angry. There are all these emotions from both sides. He's playing his base because they think that this is actually implementable. And it's not implementable. Nothing changes as of today. Nothing. Not like tomorrow morning they're going to change the law and it's going to take some time for him to try to implement this. But the problem is, if he even attempts to do anything that's going to contradict the law, then you are trying to overturn the law, and that, my friend, will not stand. Okay, so after all the things that he's been doing, I was thinking about it today, and I said, you know what? There has to be a solution to dealing with this. Like, there has to be a way to control this situation. And I think I figured out what we need to do. We need to evict him. We need to send him an eviction notice. You are evicted from the premises. And if he refuses to leave, we call the police. With the police, take him off the premises from the White House. Legitimately. Or, before I say the or, if we have the police. Now, obviously, this is satire. I don't want people to be writing me all kinds of ridiculous stuff. Okay? Like, seriously, like, I obviously don't have the ability to evict the president of the United States from the White House. But this is how I feel about the situation. And this is how I'm going to look at him henceforth. Okay? So don't write me all this nonsense like, this is so disrespectful. No, it's not. It's satire. Get over it. Now, he has a choice. He can either allow us to evict him and have if he doesn't leave, we have the police escort him off the premises, and he goes to a psychiatric ward. And they just evaluate him. They take care of him for at least a century. Like, you're gone for good. We just want to lock you away, get you the help you need, and you can't cause any more damage to yourself and to anybody else. Okay, so that's one option. The other option, if he just wants to be a figurehead, continuously be a figurehead, he can stay in the White House, but in one room, except for to go to the bathroom and stuff like that. He can stay in the White House. They just hear me out. He can stay in the White House. They can put all these like TVs in there, right? So he can watch all the mainstream media and 24/7 news coverage and everything that covers him. He can just watch it all the time. So it makes him angry or happy or whatever else, right? They have a caregiver in there or like a psychiatric nurse that's in there that just cares for him 24 hours a day just to make sure, he lets him talk to himself, do all that other stuff, right? Get some blocks and some toy cars and some little, games that he can play, board games maybe. Get him some 3DS and stuff like that. Just get him some little kid games and stuff like that. Throw those all over the floor so he can have stuff to, run around and do. And then, he can just stay there. He can't use Twitter. He can't sign an executive order. He can't talk to the outside world. Except for he can have family and people like that come see him, but he just has to stay there. No knives or none of that stuff around him so he doesn't do any more damage to himself. Because what's happening right now is he's exhibiting sadomasochistic behavior. And so he's hurting himself and he's hurting everybody else in the process. Okay, so we need to stop him from continuously harming himself. So the way you have to do it with someone like Donald Trump, who has a very sensitive and fragile soul, you have to talk to him like he's a baby. So basically what we would have to do is just go up to him like a baby and be like, "Hi, Donald. Are you ready to go? Okay, we're going to go have fun today. Guess where we're going? Yeah, you want to guess? Yeah, we're going to a center. Yay, say yay. Yay. Okay, so he goes and says yay. You get him in the car, and he's like, where are we going? Where are we going? I want to know where I'm going. I'm like, we're going to go to a place called the Psychiatric Center for the President. Yay. And he's like, yay, because he has no idea what psychiatric means. None whatsoever. Then he asks you, how long am I going to be there? I want to know how long I'm going to be there. And you're like, you're going to be there for a century. Yay. And he's going to be like, yay. Because you know he doesn't even know what century means. We can figure out a way to calm this guy out of the White House. We will be victorious. We will save the country. But we can either give him one option, the other option, which is we evict you, we send you to the psychiatric ward. And then it's up to your family to figure out what they want to do with you from henceforth. You're no longer our problem. Or we can allow him to stay in the White House in one room, basically under solitary confinement. But, I mean, he's going to have all the amenities. You know, you can even make the whole room gold. I don't even care. Like, yo, spend the money. Make it all gold. I really don't care. Just do it. Right? Like, I wouldn't mind. Go ahead and spend it. If you guys have to spend, $10 million of our money, whatever, just do it. Put him in a room. It's worth it. Put him in a room. Let him look at golden TVs. Who cares? Right? Then have somebody else run the country. You know? Send him magazines under the door so you can see all the coverage on him. Where's the hidden president? Nobody will even know what's going on. Nobody will ever have to know. And you'll never be shamed. And you'll have fun. You don't have to worry about running the country. And you're not going to get further exposed as the con artist that you are. I think it's a win-win situation. I hope he would accept if we offered him the evict. Otherwise, we should just evict him. Call the police. Have them put the eviction notice on the White House door. When he comes back from wherever he is, him and his wife, their bags will already be packed. If they're not willing to go, the police come, they get them, they escort them, take Donald to the psychiatric ward, let Melania, well, I don't know where Melania's going to go, but that's not any of my business. All I care about right now is letting you guys understand he's no longer the president. He doesn't know how to be the president. He's never been the president anyway. I'm not doing anything to him that he doesn't want me to do to him anyway. He wants to go anyway. He doesn't want to do this. So let's let him get out. The easiest way is to evict him. Bye. And don't come back. Sincerely, America, fuck you.